everyone. Today we're going to be focusing in on part 2 questions. We're going to go through questions 26 through 29. Okay, so for question 26, we're going to solve for x. If you guys notice right here, we have 2 logs on one side of the equation, which means we can condense that. We have log base 4. So what you're going to do is you're going to take that log base 4. You guys see that it's subtraction, which represents division. So you guys have the x squared minus 25 divided by x plus 5 equals the 3. Now we can go ahead and take this right here, this log, and change it to an exponent. So you're going to keep the base the same and switch these two over. So I have 4 to the 3rd power equals x squared minus 25 over x plus 5. You guys can go ahead and solve x to the 3rd power. That's going to go ahead and give us 64 equals x squared minus 25 over x plus 5. We can go ahead and factor that up on top. So we have 64 equals x minus 5. It's a perfect square. It's a dot. It's the difference of 2 perfect squares. X plus 5. X plus 5 divided by x plus 5 cancel each other out. We're left with 64 equals x minus 5. We add 5 to both sides of the equation, and 69 is equal to x. Okay, you guys, on to this next part right here. It's a matching section. The first right here is an absolute. Hopefully you guys recognize that that's an absolute. So we have 5 as an absolute and 7 as an absolute, and we have A and E as 2 absolutes. Well, right away what I notice is with this one, it was reflected. So we have A, B, C, D, and E. Okay, so E, we see that it's reflected, so we know that that has to be a negative. But you guys can also see that it was shifted to the right 2 and up 1. Okay, so this is inside, left or right, and went right 2. So we know that 7 is E. And for A, the other absolute, you guys can see that this vertex was shifted to the left 3 units, down 2. So A is 5. Okay, the next one, hopefully you guys recognize as a square root. The only square root that we have right here is 3, so B is equal to 3. Again, you guys should see that this was shifted 4 units to the left. Okay, moving on. This one right here, we've spent a lot of time with. You guys have to realize that this one, we have a domain of all reals but 2. You can see at 2, there is no graph. So you should have for C, choice number 2. And last but not least, this is a quadratic. You need an x squared. The only x squared we have is 8. So D, you should have 8 there. And if you ever have any trouble putting any of these into your calculator, or with any of these, just looking at them, just put these functions into your calculator and match up the graph with the function. But I'm hoping by now you guys recognize what these look like. Okay, moving right along to 28. We have, given this equation, we want to find the equation for the vertical asymptote. So you guys have to realize that you're going to, for the vertical, you're going to set the denominator equal to 0. So we have x minus 2 equals 0. You're going to add 2 to both sides, and x is equal to 2. So again, right at 2, you're going to have your vertical. At 2 here, your horizontal, y is equal to the quotient of the leading term. So we have y is equal to 3x divided by x. Here's my leading terms. And the x's cancel out, and y is equal to 3. So at 1, 2, 3, that'll be your horizontal. So we have y is equal to 3, and x is equal to 2. Okay, now they want you to just sketch the curve right here. So you're going to be getting very close to this right here. You can go ahead and put these into your calculator and graph some of the points, but I know it's going to go through this point right here and this point. So you want to graph a few of these points here and go down like this. Okay, and this one right here is going to be going through this point over 1, 2, 3, 4, up 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, up 2. Okay. And your sketch should look similar to that. I do want you guys, when you guys do stuff like this, to focus in on some of your key points and then go ahead and sketch that. All right, so the next thing we have is to find all the zeros. The first thing that you guys need to remember is that you're going to go ahead and do this by division. So we're going to start here with our coefficients 1, 1, 2, 4, and -8. And you're going to go ahead and divide this. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to put this into your calculator, okay? And you need to go and find two x values on your calculator, or 2 zeros, which are your x values on your calculator, that are whole numbers, okay? And when you go on your calculator and find them, you're going to do x is equal to -2 and x is equal to 1. So you put this in your y equals, you can go right to your table, and you need at least 2 here when you're going ahead and finding them. So you can pick one of these, it doesn't matter which one. I'm going to pick 1. And so you're going to pick one of your zeros and divide by that. So I'm going to bring this down. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4, 8, 8. You'll always get a remainder of 0 because we already know that that is a 0. If you do not get a remainder of 0, you guys know that you've done something wrong. So that should be your quick number check. So now we're going to do -2. And we're going to take these values, 1, 2, 4, and 8. You're going to bring this down. 1, we get -2, 0, 0, 4, -8, remainder 0. Okay, so now we know that we have x squared plus 0x minus 4 equals 0. Okay, so really what we have here is x squared minus 4 equals 0. You can add 4 to both sides. X squared is equal to 4. Take the square root. Oh, this is positive 4. Sorry. Just be careful with that. That was positive 4. So this should be a negative. Take the square root. X is equal to, the square root of -4 is 2i. And then you always have a plus and a minus. So our final answer here would be 1, -2, plus or minus 2i. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions with any of that, please make sure that you email me and I will email you back. Have a great day. Bye.